Okay, welcome to a GrandIvory tutorial. Today I'm going to walk you step by step on how to go through the basics of using this program. Easiest way to get here is to either go to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes at grandivory.com, or if you have Hot Utils, when you go to the mod selection of Hot Utils, so I pop this up for you, you can go over to mods right here on the left, and then right here to GI's Optimizer. Once here, I highly recommend opening it in New Tab. Once you are in the program, all you need to do is select the characters that you desire and put them over here on the right hand side in the priority order that you want mods on those characters. Higher the order, the more likely they are to get the best mods. Lower, they will get whatever is left over. You can find characters quickly either by their faction or by their name. Otherwise, they are organized by the power level that you find in your roster. In order to get your roster put in here, you must type in your player ID that can be found in game. It is the 9-digit code. Once you have that typed in, you click Fetch My Data and it will pull everything from the game. If you are signed in at that time, it will sign you out of the game. From there, select your characters. You can do this by either double tapping a character or dragging them over and dropping them in the place that you desire. If for some reason you have characters not in an order that you desire, you can simply drag the character up into the order that you desire. Once you have all characters that you want to be prioritizing mods on, simply click Edit to open up their stats. From here, you can choose the primaries as well as the sets of mods that you want on them. Once you have chosen what you think is optimal for your character, you want to move over to the stat weights. This will have the largest determining factor on what your stats will be, all things considered after grabbing the sets and primaries. General rule of thumb for any character is that a character needs speed. So unless it is a tank or other character that requires less speed, simply always set this at 100. Any other stat that is important for a character will usually range from a 10 to a 50 depending on the importance of that stat. You always want to have the stats tiered in such a way that you value a stat more than another. So for example, for Leia, I have the health is more important than her physical damage. Let's say I also wanted a little bit of potency, then I would change this to maybe a 10. What this does is it sets a priority of the secondary stats for the mods that it is pulling. So in this case, Leia would have a speed and health set with a crit avoidance, protection, health, and potency, arrow, cross, circle, and triangle. The stats they would prioritize on those mods would have health, speed, a little bit of potency, and most likely offense flat or percentage. Once you have your chosen stat weights, simply hit save and it will apply them for that character. After you have done this across all the characters that you desire, simply move over here to the left and click Optimize My Mods. From here, you can see what is currently equipped on your character and what the optimization is telling you will move to upon the optimization. If it is grayed out, then it is already on the character based on what is to be optimized. If it is not, then it will be highlighted like this. The highlighted mods will also have a picture showing what character that mod is on, or if it is blank, it is currently sitting in your roster unused. After you have moved the mods manually in your game, you can simply click Reassign these mods, and it will change where they are according to the system. They do not move in your game for you. You have to do these manually on your own. Whenever you click reassign these mods, it will pull them from other characters to show that you have already changed those mods. For example, having clicked on these, they moved those suggestions from Lord Vader. So if I change my selection and add Lord Vader in here, and then optimize again, Lord Vader has some of these that are most likely changed. If you have hot utils, you can also come over here on the left and click Move Mods in Game. For those of you without hot utils, this is an excellent way of modding your roster in a way that can optimize either for a general faction, for galactic challenges, or for your entire roster. If you are doing your entire roster, it is recommended initially to auto-generate list right here on the right hand side. From here, you're going to prioritize the Grand Arena, Territory War, and Return of the Empire. And you want to boost certain Omicrons. In this case, Grand Arena and Territory Wars. What that does is it creates a list based on what your roster is normally used in Grand Arena and Territory Wars, as well as the power of the character and the Zetas and or Omicrons that are on them. Notice how the character list is now empty, and on the right hand side it has prioritized the Galactic Legends and then Conquest characters that are either relevant or important to most teams. This list is not foolproof, and it is worth at least surveying and or editing on your own. If you decide that certain characters are more important, such as Captain Drogon over Han Solo, simply drag and drop where you believe that unit should be. Any edits that you make to a character's stats will save over, and all you have to do is then click Optimize My Mods. It will go through the entire roster, and it will only pick up the mods that you currently have equipped on characters, or were equipped when you were initially starting the program. So anything that it assumes that you moved will still be saved and accessible. If any characters don't meet specifications that you have pre-listed on them, it will notify you here and then change it to a default setting. From there, it will tell you the cost of your credits to move them all over, and if any of your mods need to be upgraded from 1 to 15, it will also give you that cost here. From there, you simply check where the character that has a mod is at and move the mod over. If you have further questions at this, simply reach out to me on Discord and I will do my best to answer your questions. Thank you for your time.